Royal Rumble season is here, but this January feels different. Not just because of the stories on SmackDown, but because rumors are everywhere. A new title match in play, a return legend reportedly on WWE's radar, CM Punk supposedly being positioned in a mid-card threat again, and whispers that WWE wants a big surprise elimination before the end. If January is the staging ground, then Royal Rumble is the battlefield. Let's break down what the rumors are and which ones actually make sense. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the T Drop. Today we're doing two things: examining the real show direction and filtering the online buzz through logic. Rumor alone doesn't set up WrestleMania, but WWE certainly reads the room. SmackDown ended with Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, 3 Stages of Hell, which will be in Berlin. Carmelo Hayes capturing the U.S. title. Solo Sikoa and the Wyatt Six versus Judgment Day friction. Lash Legend proving herself versus Charlotte. And a complex open agent tease with Trick Williams. None of that is fluff. All of it is prime multiple directions. But online rumors add spice to the structural reality. So let's go through it. Rumor of a surprise return. Several outlets and fan leakers are pointing to a legendary surprise entrance in the Men's Rumble. A man not a name not currently on the roster, but with history and heat. WWE loves nostalgia pop, surprise ticket buys, crowd reaction spikes. If that's happening in January, would be a teaser month. I'm hearing names around the internet, but remember one thing: a surprise only matters if it changes storylines. If it's purely nostalgia, it's fun, not meaningful. Now here's a rumor. A Punk push is coming. And this depends on how January 5th happens, so take this with a grain of salt. There is chatter that WWE wants CM Punk positioned as a Rumble Eliminator, the guy who boots top stars and steals momentums. That fits the guy who is not booked as a world title threat. And again, depends on what happens on January 5th. If true, this would add real heat to the match without crowning him as the winner. Now, there's a rumor in the women's deep field. The women's commentary sections, Reddit, Twitter, Discord, whatever, all point to WWE intending a last-minute entrant with a major over-the-top moment potential. This could be a returning injured star, a surprise debut, or someone shifting brands. This is the kind of noise WWE plants to drive speculation, and obviously makes you want to go to the event to see it firsthand. But it could only be real if there's a payoff. So let's talk realistic, for the Men's Rumble at least. So realistic on the Men's Rumble. CM Punk. Rumor has WWE lighting him up as a lead eliminator, not a champion pick, but a Punk win wouldn't shock. Gunther, if WWE wants a dominant WrestleMania main eventer, Gunther is the safer choice. Now, surprise entrance, a rumored legend. Not a rumor that can be taken verbatim, but WWE loves this move. Surprise at 28, 29, and 30 spots. And eliminate one of the top seeds immediately becomes headline news. That's not a championship pick. It's a moment pick. Now, possible but story dependent items. Drew McIntyre. If he beats Cody before the Rumble, Drew as a Rumble winner makes no narrative sense, obviously. Braun Breaker. A rumored focus online, this will be the next big thing slot. WWE might be waiting for a moment that makes him look unstoppable. Again, this all depends on January 5th. Unlikely, fun, but story closers. LA Knight crowd pop candidate. A surprise NXT call up. Cool, but not a WrestleMania main event. A returning legend as champ. Not happening without a huge WrestleMania headline plan. Now, let's talk a little bit more realistic. Rhea Ripley. Power character and consistency. WWE's definition of a WrestleMania contender. Io Sky. Rumor online say WWE wants someone newish but established to carry the next era. Io fits perfectly. Possible ideas, but story-driven ideas. Becky Lynch. If WWE needs a sizzle story, her tension with the current new NXT style talent makes sense. Now, fantasy pop moment. Rumors about a debuting name are swirling, and if WWE wants a positive surprise, this is the spot. We already saw Swerve. Sorry, not Swerve. We saw the NXT people show up on SmackDown, so that could be this rumors debuting names. This is what happens when you confuse with AEW. Not likely a champion showing up at the Rumble from other newish NXT level, but potential hot storyline starters. Here's where rumors intersect with real show direction. Carmelo Hayes. The US title win is being treated online as a WWE saying we think this guy's the main roster ready persona. Finally. That's a huge clue. If Hayes doesn't enter the Rumble or enters early and lasts into the final 5, that pushes his stock hard in the main roster. Austin Theory. Rumors still split between Theory as breakout or Theory as victim of momentum. The pin over Ray gives him plausibility, but the online crowd isn't unanimously behind him. WWE may lean into his hate factor more than his victory count. Dominic Mysterio. Fans online love this arc, and WWE might be listening. If someone like Dom enters late and eliminates a big name, that's a crowd moment that actually matters. Now let's talk about the January 5th consequences that I keep bringing up. We have 3 stages of Hell stipulation reveal. We have the Punk and Gunther tension, but more importantly, we have the Punk and Braun Breaker match on January 5th. We have the Hayes and Gargano story that is developing as of last SmackDown. Those aren't finals. They're set up. Now, let's talk about the Royal Rumble entrance order rumors. Now, this is what's circulating online. As always, take it with a grain of salt because we really don't know when these are real or not. There's already been leak of one of them being fake. So, as per the latest online surfacing, these are the latest women's and men's Rumbles order. Which, honestly, I barely paid attention. I just focus on the potential surprises for the sake of this article. Now, if you don't want to know and you'd rather be surprised, I would suggest you cover your ears about this one. Royal Rumble entrant order rumors say WWE's planning to protect legacy names early and bring in the biggest names in the final 10 slots. That matters because entries 20 to 30 statistically win almost every Rumble. So, in the women's, obviously, potential surprise is Paige. There's been talks of her showing up. She showed up at a indie show last night. Maybe she's Ross. She may show up just for the Rumble. She may be coming back to WWE. We don't know. But that is the potential surprise. The other surprise being Bianca Belair returning from injury. And there's heavy speculation of her winning the Rumble, with Liv Morgan being the runner-up once again, which sucks for Liv Morgan. Now in the men's, as I spoke before, the ever revolving rumor that Chris Jericho's contract with AEW is going to end soon, and he might be ready for AEW. Now, unless Tony Khan didn't put it in his contract, I don't know if, with his contract ending at the end of the Rumble, at the end of December, he still has the 60-day or 90-day clause. So that at the end of the 31st of December, that doesn't put him anywhere near this until maybe WrestleMania. So him showing up to Royal Rumble is a very hard maybe. I don't know if it's going to happen, personally. But unless his contract had a clause that he can break the 90-day, because he was one of the OGs that helped build AEW year one, maybe that was one of the perks that he got from being one of the first hires. But we won't know until past Rumble, and we can talk about this further. Now, the other rumor, yes, it is Roman Reigns showing up and winning it, which is part of the storyline of him was going to challenge Seth Rollins, because at that time he was champ, but he got injured. Now it's the potential that Roman will win and challenge Cody. We have Cody Roman Part 3. Great. I'd rather this Rock feud be done first before we see this. We could wait a couple more years, but that's not our choice, as you know. We have Jimmy Uso, Aleister Black in the final 10. We have LA Knight, Randy Orton, The Miz. The Miz is going to be an easy elimination. We have Gunther, who's going to be a sweeper in the Rumble. He's going to come in, sweep the house. Who else do we have? We have Trick Williams showing up on behalf of NXT. We have Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker, Brock Lesnar, another sweeper. When I mean sweeper, is obviously the person that's going to remove most people out of the ring or help with that. So it's going to get very heavy in the ring, and all of a sudden Brock Lesnar shows up, cleans the house. Same thing again. Then Gunther shows up. Maybe he slaps and kicks everyone around. Bronson Reed could be a potential sweeper. Who knows? Now, being that it's going to be in Riyadh, Sami Zayn is going to have some center focus in the Rumble. They might emotionally break everyone because they may put him as a runner-up. Him getting the win is not plausible unless they have a great plan for him in the title run, which doesn't seem like it. So he's just going to be a runner-up. There's no way they're going to give him the win, unfortunately. Now, anyway, reverse momentum push. If WWE wants drama, expect surprise eliminations of strong favorites, underestimated entrants lasting deep, interference shaping final eliminations. Now, rumors aren't gospel, but they are some clues of what may happen. And right now, the clues point to a Royal Rumble that, that elevates new stars, protects legacy names, and sells moments over predictability. If WWE leans into the noise the right way, this Rumble could be special. But we will have to see and find out on January 31st. This has been the T-Drop. Thanks for joining.